Hello everyone, welcome to History and Culture. Here, we're going to talk about a particularly mysterious Han Dynasty tomb, the Danshan Han tomb in Shui County, Jiangsu Province. This tomb is massive, covering an area of 250,000 square meters, equivalent to 35 football fields. A great number of precious cultural relics have been unearthed from it. Among them is a particularly special bronze weapon, which has thrilled both archaeologists and history enthusiasts. According to legend, during the Three Kingdoms period, Cao Cao went to great lengths to search for the treasures buried in this tomb. He even established a special group called the Majin Shaowei, literally, gold-touching captains, dedicated to tomb raiding. So, who was buried in this tomb? What secrets does it hold? And what makes that bronze weapon so unique? In 2009, a major incident took place at Danshan in Shui County, Jiangsu. A group of tomb robbers set their sights on this mountain. After conducting preliminary surveys, they had locked onto the location of an ancient tomb at the top of the mountain. The gang was well organized, with 16 members equipped with professional tools, even using explosives. They aimed to dig up the tomb's treasures in one night. However, things didn't go as planned. Several robbers entered the tomb passage and never came back out. Those waiting outside grew increasingly anxious. Eventually, the ringleader went down to investigate, but also didn't return. A few days later, local villagers found a suspicious car near an abandoned factory. They alerted the police, who found 3 people inside. On their shoes was a special type of soil, Qing clay. This kind of clay was commonly used in Han Dynasty royal and noble tombs to seal the burial chambers, indicating that this tomb must have belonged to someone at least of princely rank. The police investigation later revealed that the robbers had used explosives, which caused a lack of oxygen inside the tomb, tragically leading to the deaths of 3 people. This incident drew the attention of professional archaeologists to the Danshan Han tomb. Why did the tomb captivate tomb robbers so much? What was hidden inside? A professional archaeological team soon intervened and began a full exploration of Danshan. The results were astonishing. At the mountain's peak was an enormous Han Dynasty royal mausoleum, covering 250,000 square meters. Remnants of a 500-meter square perimeter wall were discovered, along with traces of many ancient buildings. Inside the mausoleum, archaeologists found 3 main tombs, 11 accompanying tombs, 2 chariot and horse pits, 2 weapon pits, and a remarkably well-preserved East Sima path, an ancient ceremonial road. The scale and layout clearly indicated that the tomb's owner held an extraordinary status. The archaeologists focused their initial efforts on the number 1 main tomb, which was located beneath a pond called Longtang at the top of the mountain. After several days of draining water from the pond, the bottom revealed numerous artifacts, including tools left behind by ancient tomb robbers, some of which resembled modern shovels. The design of these tools led experts to suspect that the tomb had already been raided during the Wei and Qing dynasties. When it comes to tomb raiding in the Wei and Qing period, many people think of Cao Cao. During the Three Kingdoms era, in order to fund his military campaigns, Cao Cao organized large-scale tomb looting operations. He even created the official post of Majin Shaowei, gold-touching captains, specifically for tomb exploration. Historical records show that many tombs were emptied during that time, highlighting the massive scale of the operations. Experts believe that the Danshan Han tomb was likely one of Cao Cao's targets. But whether he actually succeeded in looting it, and whether the tomb's contents remained intact, was still unknown at that point. When the archaeological team finally opened the main chamber of tomb number 1, they found it to be in complete disarray. The tomb chamber had suffered severe damage, with clear signs of robbery tunnels in many areas. Experts initially feared that nothing would be left, However, a miracle occurred in the tomb's corridor section. Because the corridor had collapsed in ancient times, tomb robbers assumed there was nothing of value there, and largely ignored it. As a result, the artifacts in that area were remarkably well preserved. Within the corridor, the team discovered many precious treasures. Complete sets of bronze chime bells and stone chimes. Exquisite gold, silver, bronze, jade, and lacquerware. And fragments of a gold-threaded jade burial suit. The jade suit sewn with gold thread was the highest-grade burial outfit in the Han Dynasty, reserved only for emperors or particularly favored vassal kings. Fewer than 10 such jade suits have been unearthed across China, yet the Danshan Han tomb contains 2 sets. Although the suits were damaged, the jade pieces were well preserved, some even clearly showing how the gold threads were used to link them together. This provides critical information for studying the craftsmanship of Han Dynasty jade suits. Even more surprising was the discovery of a fish-shaped jade artifact in the tomb. The surface of this jade piece is especially smooth, and experts believe it may have been used as a beauty tool by the tomb owner during their lifetime. In ancient times, people believed that massaging the face with jade could smooth the skin. In addition to this jade piece, many cosmetic and toiletry items were also found, including lacquered boxes and finely made bronze mirrors. These findings suggest the tomb's owner likely paid great attention to personal appearance and led a refined lifestyle. As the excavation progressed, the archaeological team uncovered a large number of Han Dynasty tiles within the mausoleum, many of them inscribed with the characters Dongyang. This immediately reminded experts of the nearby Dongyang city ruins, a site closely connected to the ancient state of Jiangdu. By combining historical records with the excavated artifacts, experts proposed several possible identities for the tomb's owner: Lu Jia, the Prince Jing and cousin of Lu Bang; Lu Pai, the Prince of Wu involved in the rebellion of the Seven States; Lu Fei, the king of Jiangdu; and his son Lu Jian; Lu Zhong, the Marquis of Heiyang and Lu Bang's elder brother; and Chen Ning, the Marquis of Tongyi. To determine the tomb owner's identity, archaeologists searched for more clues. Near the outer coffin chamber, they discovered a large number of ancient coins, weighing over a ton. These coins were identified as Forju Banliang coins, a currency that predates the 5 Zhu coins issued during Emperor Wu's reign. This firmly places the tomb in the early Western Han period. An even more critical clue was a seal impression bearing the inscription Jiangdu, directly pointing to the state of Jiangdu and eliminating candidates such as Lu Pai. Several artifacts in the tomb also bear era names, such as a bronze lamp inscribed with Eunuch of Jiangdu, and a small ear cup engraved with 27th year, 2nd month. Southern Workshop. These cups were clearly crafted for burial purposes, exquisitely made but not practical in size. Experts noted that the latest era name found on the items was the 27th year, which aligns perfectly with historical records stating that Lu Fei, the king of Jiangdu, ruled for 27 years and died in 127 BCE. His son, Lu Jian, ruled for only 6 years before being deposed for plotting a rebellion. The timeline of these artifacts matches Lu Fei's reign very closely. Taking into account the tomb's architecture, scale, and unearthed artifacts, experts finally confirmed that the occupant of tomb number 1 is Lu Fei, the first king of Jiangdu during the Western Han Dynasty. This tomb is not only a joint burial for a husband and wife, but also one of the most complete and highest standard vassal king mausoleums from the early Western Han period. Who was Lu Fei? Why did he merit such a lavish burial? According to historical records, Lu Fei was the son of Emperor Jing of Han and the half-brother of Emperor Wu, Lu Che. He had a bold personality and, at just 15 years old, volunteered to fight in the suppression of the rebellion of the Seven States, earning military honors and being granted the title King of Jiangdu. His territory encompassed the former lands of the Wu Kingdom, 3 commanderies and 53 cities, a vast and resource-rich domain. After Emperor Wu ascended the throne, Liu Fei was highly favored due to his military merits and was allowed to use imperial-level burial standards, including Huangchang Tiku, a royal burial structure, and the jade suit sewn with gold thread, features rarely seen in other vassal kings' tombs. Liu Fei's tomb is not only grand in scale, but also reveals a taste for a refined and elegant lifestyle. The lacquered boxes may have contained his cosmetics. The fish-shaped jade and bronze mirrors show his keen interest in personal grooming and appearance. In the chariot and horse pit, for real chariots and horses were unearthed, luxurious by ancient standards, comparable to modern-day high-end cars. They exuded an impressive sense of grandeur. In the weapons pit, one particular artifact amazed everyone, a bronze pie. This is the mysterious weapon mentioned at the beginning, measuring about 30 centimeters long. It has a short sword-like tip with double-edged blades and a long handle, making it ideal for infantry combat. Despite being over 2,100 years old, the blade still gives off a faint dark luster, and its edge is barely damaged. What astonished researchers most were the hidden decorative patterns on its surface. These cloud-like scroll designs are clearly visible to the eye, yet perfectly smooth to the touch. Its surface is as reflective as a mirror. This type of craftsmanship was common in the Wu and Yu regions during the Spring and Autumn and Warring States periods, resembling the techniques used in crafting the sword of Gojian, the famous king of Yu. Experts speculate that these hidden patterns might have been created through chemical treatments or special casting methods, though the exact techniques have since been lost to history. Even with modern technology, replicating such craftsmanship remains extremely difficult. This bronze pie is not just a weapon, it is a work of art. Its exquisite quality has led some experts to believe that Cao Cao may have heard legends about it and spent years searching for this tomb to obtain this rare treasure. Unfortunately, due to a collapse in the tomb's corridor, Cao Cao's tomb raiding team failed to find the weapon and returned empty-handed. It is said that Cao Cao looted numerous treasures and gained immense wealth from other tombs. But this king's blade in the Danshan Han tomb waited silently for over 2,000 years, until it was finally discovered by modern archaeologists. According to historians, the excavation of the Danshan Han tomb is one of the most significant archaeological discoveries in Jiangsu province. Over 10,000 artifacts have been unearthed, including jade suits sewn with gold thread, jade coffins, chime bells, and lacquerware, offering a complete view of early Western Han burial customs and the wealth of the state of Jiangdu. This tomb not only provides a renewed understanding of Liu Fei, king of Jiangdu, but also challenges previous beliefs that the state of Jiangdu was centered in modern-day Yizheng. The Danshan Han tomb allows us to witness the legendary life of Liu Fei and marvel at the extraordinary craftsmanship of the Han dynasty. This is the History and Culture channel. Liking and subscribing are the greatest help and support to us. Thank you everyone and see you in the next time.